You can tell that Lois has put a lot of love into making these blankets. You know, the kids that receive these blankets are so appreciative and they cherish these blankets.
I think Lois is inspirational. She's amazing. Have this with them through their cancer treatment or while they're in the hospital. It's such a source of comfort, and this woman is providing so much comfort, so much happiness to these kids and families, and it's inspirational.
Why would anyone fly from Palm Springs, California to Minneapolis, Minnesota in February? It's a good question, and one that I'm asking myself right now. And yes, I am wearing thermal underwear. The answer is simple: Lois Goodman. And at 96 years young, Lois is doing what she can to keep others warm. And not just anyone, it's those who need it the most.
Are you comfortable down there?
I've never been more comfortable.
At 96 years old, you might be too old to work, but you're never, ever too old to make a difference. And that's what my mom does.
My daughter taught me to make these blankets not too long ago, and I'm fascinated by them. I love them. I love the looks of them, the feel of them, and they all go to charity, to various places like Ronald McDonald or the Shriners, and the people appreciate them.
I think she lost some hope and confidence because she wasn't working on something that was big and splashy. Since she started the blankets, I do see in a remarkable way that she has a greater purpose in life again.
Until she was about 90 years old, she would bake different cookies or bars every single day, and I think that's the thing that she misses the most, baking and also driving a car. But I'm glad that I could teach her lots of different hobbies. So you can make one, you know, definitely in an hour or two, and it's ready to go. And the colors are so vibrant, so my mom and I pick out bright colors because we also think that it cheers people up, especially children in hospitals.
Even though I found it too time-consuming at first to call organizations to see who wanted blankets and then deliver them, I now see the full circle of not only what my sister has done for my mother and how my mother enjoys the blankets. I'm the one that delivers these to the organizations, and I see how meaningful it is to them.
Jeremiah is a program that serves single mothers and their children under 5. Our mission is to transform families from poverty to prosperity 2 generations at a time. I wish you could see the eyes of our moms when any gift comes in, and when a stack of blankets comes in. It is eyes wide open. They can't believe that others are giving like that to them.
St. Olaf is celebrating 75 years. We've had a tradition from our founding of meeting needs. We're never done sharing the gifts that God has given us and to be able to contribute for the welfare of the community. And I think the example of Lois at 96 is a strong reminder of that and a wonderful example of that. I want to be like Lois when I grow up. We got a number of blankets one day from her, and then the next weekend was going to be the coldest weather we've had this winter so far. And then all of a sudden they heard she recognized that and made even more.
The Ronald McDonald House is a place for families to stay while their child is undergoing treatment at one of the local hospitals. Every child that we have here is facing a serious life-threatening illness. We are so thankful for the blankets that were given by the Goodman family. I love the blankets in particular because it's part of a really special process of welcoming families into the house.
Shriners Hospitals for Children Twin Cities is one of 22 in our system. We treat kids primarily that have orthopedic and neuromuscular conditions. Lois's generosity just is beyond measure. To know at 96 years old, she spends her time making blankets for our patients. It's something that is very special to the kids. We'll be meeting Macy Collins today, who is 9 years old. She was born missing her right fibula and went through many different surgeries to lengthen her leg. Unfortunately, it didn't work. And so when she was about 8 years old, she and her family decided that it would be best to amputate her leg. She wanted to be able to do all the things that little girls do, run and dance. And since she decided to amputate her leg, she has been unstoppable.
Well, I'm fortunate that my daughter started me on this, because I really wouldn't have known about it until she showed me how to do it. But it really gives you a good feeling, and you should have some sort of a hobby. This is a terrific hobby. It keeps you occupied. You forget everything else, and makes you feel young and good to be able to give these blankets away. That's the best part of my day.
Regardless of where you are in the country or what the weather conditions are like, don't let age get in the way of making a difference. Let Lois Goodman be your motivation, and let these blankets of love be your inspiration when you decide to jump.
We had a mom say to me recently, I'm old to be doing this, to be going to college. She's 35. I said, you're not old. I said, you know where those blankets came from?
This story has been made possible by the generous support of the Desert Law Group in Indian Wells, California.
For more information about how to participate or how to donate to JUMP, visit our website at www.myjump.org or our Facebook page at myjump.org.